Good morning to people in the UK. Never a foul. We're here for a Friday, or a typical Friday show in the mornings. What's going on? And we didn't, LB. You're right there.
I just try to assist the hype. You know, I thought this was a big show. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you said a Jimmy Bullard
celebration. I'll just sit here and just be quiet and just let you rant for 40 minutes. But I'm trying to get the chat going, man.
You're the way I'm gonna think it. But yeah, we're obviously joined by D, Monts, LB, and also every Friday we're going to be joined by Jess from Armchair Gaffers. He's an Arsenal fan. You lot will recognize him. That will be our panel. Sorry, I'm late. Look, I've got my tea. I'm in my dressing gown. I am knackered. Yeah, and big up to these lot that, you know, some people don't have to wake up at these times to do a show. So here we are. We're going to be talking about the weekend. You know what's mad? We usually talk about the fixtures that are going to happen. Of course, we're going to talk about Chelsea versus Man City. Of course, we're going to talk a little bit about Liverpool's loss yesterday. Monts, you ain't escaping with that one. Yes, you heard me. Monts, you heard me. I hope you found my video as well.
I'm still getting out of my group, so that's cool.
Anyways, you lost to lose. You went over to France to lose. Anyways, yeah.
I rarely go there. I rarely go there and lose. If you know, you know. But yeah, sorry,
yeah. And then of course, there's actually some Tottenham news. I'm back. If you're a Tottenham fan, I apologize in advance, but you're not gonna like what you're gonna hear. So if you don't know, you will know. And then Man United as well. We're going to talk about them due to their takeover, 25% announcement, and we'll just get everyone's kind of opinions on it as well. And funny enough, that Man United fans are not even confident about this weekend at Old Trafford against Luton Town. Yeah, let's get this straight. Luton Town, huh?
You lot are genuinely finished. I don't know how else to put it. That's the only way. I mean, you're not confident against Luton Town at Old Trafford. The big old team.
I don't understand myself, man, but it is what it is, man. But good morning to everyone that's actually from the UK, if it is the morning, or it is if you're from America and so forth. If not, good afternoon, good evening as well, man. But yeah, let me know where everyone's tuning in from as well in here. If I already know, then don't worry about it. But I know a lot of people from the UK and Manchester, etc., etc. But it'd be nice to see if there's any new countries. But yeah, man, what are you guys saying, man? The morning, nearly 11:30, Monts, you're here to lose. Obviously, LB buzzing. You know, D, you know, Salam alaikum, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just relaxed, man. I'm just relaxed. I'll be honest, morning talking about football, it's too early for me, man. It's too early for me. But I'm trying to adjust to it. I'm trying to adjust to it. Monts, I don't know if you're tired or if you're just upset, bro. But like, you just got to. What are you? Are you tired and upset or what?
I'm more upset than tired. But I am a bit tired. But you know what it is? They've gone from calling man Mac 10 to mac and cheese, bro. That's just
mac and cheese. Mac and cheese in midfield. Oh my God!
I sided mac and cheese, bro.
Wait, who is mac and cheese? Let me know.
McAllister. He's gone from Mac 10 to mac and cheese, isn't it? They're getting creative. I'm a bit older. I'm a bit sick, man.
Mac and cheese. Oh,
that's just dead to me.
Hey, no,
mac and cheese, man.
Monts, your consistency is.
Whoa! What is this?
You made up. Oh, here we go.
I was here already. No one was here on time, so I went and got a coffee. God damn.
You look like one of them old Channel U day kind of settings, isn't it?
What was that, sorry?
You look like one of them cameras that are back in Channel U days.
It's like you put your camera on the side and you step on it.
SBTV.
Just why are you like? Why is it like?
Is it a bit squashed in it?
It's like you put his camera on the side and stepped on it.
Why is it like that, guys? Can you not hear me?
Yeah.
I got a feeling. I feel like I know what it is. it's one of the. It doesn't look like one of the cameras might not be on manual, but you're calm if you want to stay like that. It's not even that. It's not even the worst thing in the
That
world.
camera's crisp. He's in the studio.
Yeah,
so I know it's
yeah,
not,
yeah.
but he's in the studio.
It's been
Alright,
compressed like Kelleher yesterday in goal.
Yeah, take the attention away from mac and cheese. Yeah.
No. You know what? Yeah, I big up Wrong and Strong. People don't know armchair gaffers and whatnot. You're blessed like that. To the next time, innit? It don't matter about that. You're still clear. You could be worse. You could be on like a buggy ass camera. I can't lie. This is not even. It's not Premier League related. Yeah, but Monts, you're not escaping. I need to hear what you have to say about your club yesterday. Your club. I need to know everything. I heard your rant, by the way. I watched all of it. I thought Big Sixpence was elite. If people don't know yet, go watch the first 10 minutes of Big Sixpence. Yeah. Go on. Let me hear it. What happened yesterday, Monts, man? Because
so you're saying you watched the show and now you're like, bro, you had the show, bro. Like,
all right, you know what, Monts? This is what we're gonna do. Yeah? You know, when you come here and start mocking me, yeah, there's been enough mockery. Monts, the people need to know. Yeah, you know how it goes. Now,
yeah. Anyway, thank
See,
you for
what
the seven.
happened
By
is-
the way, thank you for the 7,000 subscribers. By the way, we just hit that last show, so big up everyone.
Yeah, big up
Appreciate
Monts,
it.
man.
Appreciate that, people. In terms of, it's just dead, isn't it? Like, it's just dead, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Mac 10, mac and cheese. He ain't returning the Mac. He's just, I don't know, innit? Like, he's all right. Like, what annoyed me is that everyone says, oh, well, you know, he's playing in the 6. It's not his position. Wait till he plays in the 8. He's going to cook. He's going to this. He's going to that. And I was there. I was right there with them. He played in the 8 and he stank. Bin juice. Plead the 5th. There was no rating. Do you not know how... Cool. Have you ever walked past a bin and the whiff is nuts? Do you know how stinky bin juice is? Like, I'm not even talking from the black bin. You know the food waste bin where all the juice has been festering in that. That's how. Yeah, look at LB's face. That's how bad he was. You know that one. Like, you got to move back, physically move back. That's how bad my man was, bro. Like, and I'm a fan of McAllister, and you can tell he's got talent in that, but he was just terrible against Toulouse. What pissed me off was his application. I don't care if we lose or draw a game. I'll be honest. We're gonna top the group. We're through. The game don't matter in hindsight. But what I can't have is drawing to Luton, and then 4 days later we're losing to Toulouse. No pun intended. No pun intended. It's just not good enough. It's application. I cannot be seeing centre backs pulling out of 50-50s. We'll fight in the parking lot. I promise you, we'll fight. 50-50s. Application is the minimum. My players, we will not resemble anything to do with Man United. Them man don't play for the manager. They play for their wages and they are shit ballers and they are happy with their lifestyles. Not at Liverpool Football Club. No, thank you. No, sir. Man United, they play games like it's behind closed doors. Every game is like behind closed doors. Not at my club. Mentality and at least run your socks off. And then I can go, you know what? Them man were better than us. Say no more. We go again next week. The game don't even matter. But listen, first loss in what, 28 games? I don't count the Tottenham loss in. I just can't bring myself to count that one. But if we really 2 losses in 28 to 30 games or something like that, and we've won like 25 of them, I can't be too mad. It's Europa League. We did make 11 changes, but with those same 11 changes, we smashed them 5-1.
What do you mean? What do you mean, bro? You just said I can't be too mad. You just stop ranting for the last 5
We don't
minutes.
know, right? Like, bro, you're mad.
Well, yeah, because it's raw. It's new. Like, I hate losing. Like, these man got me on clips celebrating an equaliser against Toulouse in the Europa League. I'm on all types of down bad. However, when I sit back and breathe, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know what? It ain't that deep, but what just gets is, again, lack of application. That's the worst time. Come on, man. If you man saw players hopping out of 50-50s, you man would get hot. Come on, regardless of the magnitude of the game. You know what I'm saying?
You know what happened again, though? Inconsistency, shock. Yeah, not Liverpool's fault, but you know what? This ain't even about Europa League. Yeah, but how Endo didn't get sent off. Yeah, beyond me. But you know what? Cool. So we can talk about robberies, but you know it's not your fault. I'm saying it's not Liverpool's fault. It's the referee's fault.
By the way, Kaz, did we speak about how you lost to a team with Copium in their name?
Brother, name me one player from their starting lineup.
I don't know.
You're in Europa League. Yeah, we lost. Don't get me wrong. We lost. Yeah, we lost.
No, but you.
Your loss was worse.
Your time is numbered. Like, your days are
You lost, G. You lost to Toulouse. Name me one player in the Toulouse lineup.
They're top of the group.
My group.
Don't mind you.
I'm topping my group.
You better be
bottom. You are in the pits of hell. That's where you are.
You got a harder team away. You got USG. Yeah, you got to go back.
Lex Luthor as a manager.
You're not doing this, Cass. Your defeat was worse. We're talking about a side that was top of the table. Like, they're top of the table. They can lose this. That's why they can. Anyways, he's angry about the players.
We're talking about
and that was embarrassing.
We're talking about the present. Yeah. Yes, we got done by our own former legend name Rooney. Yeah, it's cool, innit? Don't get me wrong, but you lost to Toulouse as well. You're gonna hold it with us. You've got USG next in away in Belgium. Good luck. Yeah, you might not even finish top once. You might go through round of 82. Yes, good luck.
You're going to
Make sure to lose. Win there, but you know what? Don't matter. Anyways, it's not the point.
Yeah,
you lost. It doesn't matter. This is meaty. But what's it called? Yeah, moving on. I'm gonna get straight into it. Mr. Wrong and Strong, Jess. How we doing, man?
I can't complain, guys. Not happy that you got me here so early in the morning. But
you're welcome. Why are you moaning? Like everyone else ain't moaning.
I'm moaning at you, bro. Look at the time. God damn it, you had breakfast yet. What is this?
This is called consistency.
Anyways, we move. What's going on, bro?
Nothing, man. It's all good. Like just talking to the guys in the chat. But yeah, man. I'm gonna talk about the Chelsea versus Man City game on the weekend. I'm gonna just get LB to get it straight away off to the mark. Chelsea this weekend, man. Do you know what, LB? Yeah, I think a lot of people, like 99%, expect Man City to go beat Chelsea, but you have been big advocates for them. You know, you've been actually one of their like bigger fans in terms of believing in them. Especially, I remember last week.
It's my former club, innit? That's why I got
What?
It's my former club. That's what they say, innit? That's the standard.
Oh, what? You used to support Chelsea?
Nah, bro, it was a joke, innit? That's what everyone says.
Oh, no.
That went down like a lead balloon, man. What the hell was that?
I thought you might as well. I was like, damn, what made you switch sides?
No, LB, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I move it on, man.
What do you mean by that?
That stunk. That stunk. Let's carry on. Continue.
No, I want to know.
What do you
mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Bro, what the hell, man? Like, as if this is even a thing. Like, there's like a joke going around, isn't it? That City fans used to be Chelsea fans. So I just thought, you know what I mean? It's half past 12.
I heard that.
You never heard that
joke?
joke?
A Chelsea fan.
No, man. It's a joke, man. It's 11:30. You know what I mean? Jess is here moaning about the time. I'm trying to make him smile in it, but no, it goes down like a.
I got the joke. I got the joke. That's why I was silent.
Jess is lying. We ain't heard the joke.
I got the joke, bro. Just so you didn't get it, bro. Don't drag me down with you.
LB, you wake up. LB, you wake up.
Yeah.
Bro, you're just upset about Toulouse, but we move.
Hey, you know what? Wait, didn't Len stop you, man? Or something? Anyway.
There's a difference between Lens and Toulouse. There's a big difference.
Is there? Let me check the table. Is there?
Why are we doing this mid-off? Are we letting LB get away with this?
You don't get to talk about mid-offs. Arguing Chelsea fans. Don't give me mid-off.
Going into that game, Lens had lost like one game in 27. Toulouse.
I can't believe we didn't let this happen.
Come on, man. They've lost bare times. Where are they in the league? I don't even know.
It doesn't matter.
Why are we doing this? I don't think this is even important.
Wait, hold on. No, stop. Wait, stop. No. Stop. Stop fooling. No, stop this. Yeah. Lens and Toulouse are 2 points away from each other in the league.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. One's on 13, one's on 11. Please do not allow me. One is 14th, one is 10th. Yeah.
What is the point of this, by the way? Now, what's this argument? That battle of the mid, like 141 to 11.
I mean, you're very accustomed to that, ain't it, D?
Yeah, I know. Now I know how it feels, man. Now I know how it feels.
You stood down to your level now, innit? But you stood down to your level.
Hey, guys, trust me, you're not far away from it. Trust me.
That was your first team.
Our level.
That was your first team. I made 11 changes. That
I
was your
can't
first.
believe we're doing this right now, man. I
I'm
look,
not involved no
LB,
more. I'm keeping silent.
LB is about to get away with murder, yeah? He let a joke go over his head, and you just under deflecting for him. This is why Man City are on top.
11
All the time in every department. Pause.
Because
Allowed it. I can't believe that. You just let the joke run and they rinse it with it. Monts, this is your fault. You just started just for no reason. Like, what's just done?
Maybe,
Wait, what?
yeah. There's Monster
What
drink,
time
bro.
do you wake up? Like 6 a.m., 5 a.m.
That's not fresh trim.
About fucking this morning, I woke up about 8:30, 9 o'clock, innit? Went for a trim and then had a breakfast.
Okay. That's a bit early for energy drinks.
But when you meant to take the energy, you're like having it at 6 o'clock at night, innit?
We know you're like 5'5", yeah, but this guy's 6'3".
Bro, I'm tall. What are you talking about? 5'5".
He's
I'm tall.
He's at 6'5". He needs all the energy he can grab.
Yeah, you need more energy to operate.
It's all right, man. You're down them levels, D, man. 5'5" levels. But what we saying,
What?
all right, don't have to put your small man syndrome on us. Come on, man. Stop.
Hold up. This is like a myth. Where did you get this 5'5" thing? How tall are you?
Tall enough.
Cass is about 5'5".
I told you I'm on the mid level with you, man. Don't worry about that.
Wait, hold on.
I'll stand up right now. I am not 5'5".
Oh my god, he just like
he stood up. Stood up.
You might have to go to your kitchen door, make sure you put the pencil, make sure you're growing.
I'll bring it out right now, man. Talk about 5'5".
Whoa.
The guy's rattled, man. Why are you rattled for, D, bro?
All right, bro, it's too early in the morning for this, man. Let me wake up, man.
I'm not 5'5". I'm 5'10", man. Monts is the lanky one, man. Monts is the
taller than you, then.
Monts is the tall. Jess is actually decently quite tall as well, to be fair. If anyone knows,
5'10", bro.
You're like, what are you, Jess? You're like 5'11", isn't it? 5'10".
I'm 6'2". What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, you are quite lanky. You are about 6'2". You don't look tall though.
Bro, what are we doing right now? What is this? I'm so lost.
Oh, we're just trying to make D feel better about his height.
Okay.
Bro, I'm literally taller than you. That's a mad thing. You said you're 5'10", so I'm literally.
Remember, they used to do this to me, bro. They used to try like I was the short one, say that I was 5'5" and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bare deflections. That's what I'm hearing.
Remember, the most important thing is you took 3 points off of Cass this season. You took 3 points.
Yeah, but that's normal though, Monts. That's not achievement. That's normal. That's normal, bro.
Are we gonna talk about football?
Yeah, let's talk about football. Yeah,
let's talk about football.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
That was my bad, man. You know, started off with that shit joke, and then we kind of just went off topic from there. Right, let me speak on the game. Yeah, I'll say this: Chelsea should be getting panned. I can't even joke. They should be getting panned on Sunday. City, we're at home. It should be 3-4-0. Yeah, but the only thing I would say is Chelsea seem to do a little bit better against the better team.
No, Chelsea at home.
Or Chelsea at home. For me, I don't. For me, it don't matter that much. I still think we should be putting 3 or 4 past them. But yeah, they do better against the better side. You know, whether it's the pace that they have up top. Obviously, Jackson somehow scammed a hat trick. But to be honest with you, I think if City turn up and get out of second gear, it could be 3-4, man. I ain't really that stressed about it, to be honest. Like, I'm trying not like if you play the badge, you play the name. Oh yeah, it could be a tricky game, but like play the players that are on a pitch and the way that they're playing. This should be an easy W.
Yeah, I thought did the same thing when they played Arsenal, and somehow they turned up, and it was at the bridge. So you're right, Chelsea just seemed to play
Arsenal
better.
was shit that day, weren't they? Chelsea were good. You're right, but Arsenal were dead that day.
I think they made them play shit. I think Chelsea made Arsenal play crap. They started.
No, you know what you're talking about. I don't think you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. Arsenal weren't that bad. Chelsea weren't that good. Chelsea's 2 goals. One came from a cross. One was a penalty. Like Chelsea might have stifled Arsenal a bit, but like Arsenal were only bad by their standards. They were better than Liverpool.
But standards lies outside of the game. If we're talking in the game alone, you guys didn't get your first shot off until I think the 70-something minute.
Yeah.
Like, you guys posed zero threat all game. Like Chelsea, at least, cool. Their goals were more on the fortunate side, but they were creating opportunities throughout the game. You not created nothing.
You think so? Yeah.
Huh?
I just feel like teams like Chelsea now are on that level where you look at them and you compare them. The bar's so low. Do you know what I mean? So they haven't got to do much for them to have had a good game. They didn't create anything, but they stopped Arsenal, and by that they had a good game. Had Arsenal done what Chelsea done, people would have said Arsenal had a bad game. So Chelsea's bar is so low that they haven't got to do much for people to say they've done well. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But they've still, but in the game they were better than you, like much better than you. That's what I'm saying. Like we know Arsenal are miles better than Chelsea, miles better than Chelsea. Like it just is what it is. But at the same time, like Chelsea are cheeks, bro.
I can't lie. You know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna discredit Man City. I think Man City have gone into this point where it's in the season where, again, they had a couple of doubters, and some people don't learn their lesson. Yeah, look, there's no shame in losing to Man City in this day and age. They're the best team in the world. It is what it is, right? And they probably are going to wipe the floor with a lot of teams. Look how they just dismantled Bournemouth. And I know people say, oh, it's only Bournemouth, but I don't see anyone else dismantling Bournemouth the way they did. Yeah. Because that was pretty much with a different type of team. And they got John Stones, which is going to be a bit of a miss in their transitional period when they go forward from the back. That's one miss, but that doesn't mean it's going to take on not anything. But I don't think I can discredit Chelsea as much as people think. I think it's going to be a lot of a closer game than what the expectation may be. And I think Jess is right. Look at Arsenal. They made Arsenal. I think they made Arsenal get nullified, but Arsenal didn't play the best. I'm not saying Man City or Arsenal by any means, but I think it's going to be a lot closer. I think a lot of the players are going to be up for it. You know, naturally, LB, right? When a team comes up against the better teams, right? Whether they're Palace or something, or Chelsea, Man United right now, not Man United anyways, but usually the lower teams that ain't doing so well, they're always against the higher teams. And that's the way I look at Chelsea right now. When it comes to the bigger teams, they seem to have a little bit more fun with it. So I won't actually rule them out. I'm not saying they're going to win, but I think it's going to be more of an interesting game than what the expectation is. A lot of us probably expect us to oh yeah, Chelsea going to get smashed 3-4-0. I don't actually believe that. You know, I think Cole Palmer's going to be raring to go. I think Sterling's going to have an extra gear to go because it's against his former club, etc., etc. Just little things like that. I think it can gear them up, don't you think? Or do you reckon that
maybe, but you know, you come into a point of what I feel that you try to do there, bro. You try to find a way to give Chelsea a chance. Oh, Palmer's going to have something to prove. Oh, Sterling's going to have, when you strip it, yeah. But when you strip it all back, at the end of the day, if City go there and turn up, we beat them. We beat them, and we can beat them quite comfortably.
We said about Arsenal going to turn up. They nullified it. They don't want to nullify it.
But I think you're giving too much credit to Chelsea, not enough on Arsenal.
Guys, he's trying to make sure he's not a Chelsea fan, isn't it? I see what he's doing.
I genuinely think that day, I think Arsenal was seriously poor that day. I don't buy into Chelsea stopped Arsenal. I buy into Arsenal were just, according to their standards, they were really disappointing that day, and they got very fortunate with the mistakes that Chelsea made to get back into the game. I think if Arsenal turn up at the Bridge and play to their best ability, they probably beat Chelsea, maybe not comfortably, but they get out there with the 3 points.
No, I've got to agree with you. People putting too much weight on Chelsea being so good, and no one's considering that maybe Arsenal were just bad. Yeah, no one said that. I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, because if Arsenal go there, the best. Arsenal don't struggle against Chelsea.
If they play like they did against Spurs, and City play like how City do, then it's going to be easy. I think that win, even though Chelsea won the game, I thought it was embarrassing. Honestly, I thought it was embarrassing.
I don't want to. You know what it is though, but you know why I don't really want to say yes. Chelsea played awful against Tottenham. Yeah, don't get me wrong, they did. But 11v11, they were very much in the game, and it was very much a different kind of story. When someone has to play defensive and because they got 10 men, 9 men, it kind of disrupts the whole flow of the game. Yes, they didn't put the game to bed the way it should be in style, especially when they got 9 men on the pitch. But at the same time, 11v11, Chelsea were toe-to-toe with, if anything, better than Tottenham after their first 10-minute spell.
They'll play better than us. They're better than us when they play.
That's just the way I'm looking at it. So I think it's a bit hard to kind of. I don't want to rule out Chelsea, because if we all go in this panel and start saying, yeah, you know what, Man City are going to go batter them and everything, it's just going to be a one-sided story. And there's always some sort of surprises when it comes to the break. There's always a break. I'm not saying Man City are going to lose. I'm not going to say that they're not going to do anything. Of course not. That's just stupid. But not to provide an argument, I think it's just.
That's right. Chelsea have a puncher's chance, right? At the end of the day, everyone does. It's 11 versus 11, and they've got some decent players. They've got a manager who can play ball. He's managed at a decent level. So, they've got a chance. But what you're saying is correct. That everyone shouldn't just be saying City going to win. But at the end of the day, if City turn up and play to their best abilities, City win the game. That's quite simple. If we have an off day, like Arsenal had an off day when they went to Stamford Bridge, then of course Chelsea will be in with a shout. And yeah, you are right about Chelsea doing well against Spurs, but again, not to just murk Chelsea here, I feel like Tottenham, after they scored the goal, kind of just lost their heads. You know what I mean? They was in full control of that game. As soon as they scored, man, they started chopping Chelsea players left, right, and centre. Like they went doolally tap. So yeah, again, Chelsea did decent when they come into it. But again, for me, I look at Spurs in that game and say, what are you doing, man? You had full control of that game.
Remember, bro, you see with Spurs, like, as good as they are with their first team, I already said they can beat anyone on the day with their first team, when everyone's fit, of course. Like, they're new to this. This is new money to them. Them man, it's like they're going strip club and they don't know what to do, bro. Or it's like, I don't know, it's like a gal gets with a guy, she don't know how to act. They don't know how to act, bro. So unfortunately now, like, their season's done, and just like Chelsea, I think they just got a little bit more experience. So as you said, I feel like City are the better team, but bro, as I said, they've been better than every big team they faced. Every big team they faced. Like, it does give me mid-table vibes. Like, they want to only get up for the big games. It gives me mid-table vibes. Like, this isn't a compliment for them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
You know what, for me, yeah, I'm always concerned about how we look at teams. Like Tottenham, we had no expectations of them. Harry Kane gone, and what's his name? Ange in. So the bar was really low. So fair enough, they're doing good, but like, I feel like we're overrating them because, again, like Chelsea, the bar is so low.
Monts said something similar to this as well, by the way. You said something like this in the summer, roughly, Monts. I remember you said this. Yeah, I think what Jess just said there, where the bar is so low at the moment for a couple of teams, that's why we rate them quite high at the moment and give them a bit of.
But I want to say that about
that's a good point, you know. I'll be real.
Tottenham being unbeaten. Remember, like, Tottenham were unbeaten before this game. Like, they were playing some solid football. I don't think Tottenham were overrated, but I said it all along. Like, Tottenham were never. It would be a miracle if they won the league, or if they do win the league, because they don't have the squad. Like, you saw it. Like, they got exposed. From 1 or 2 defenders out, then you see Dyer coming in, Maddison out, who's going to be the creative outlet. Like, well, we'll see. We'll see if Postecoglou can get the best out of these players that we think ain't up to the levels. But for me, I just think it's way too early for Spurs, and it's still not a bad thing. Like, they got something going on there. They just have to build a squad and winning or going.
Yeah, I feel like Spurs. Like, I said this last season, and I was laughed at. Yeah, I said that Harry Kane is possibly holding Spurs back. Now, I believe Harry Kane is one of the best football players in the world. Okay, I wasn't saying he's a bad player, but the thing about Harry Kane, he's so good that he imposes his style on Spurs. When he's on the pitch, like, you got to play the Harry Kane way. You know, he's a number 9, but he's no drop deep, and he's kind of getting in like, for England, for example, I think it was Euro 2020, whatever it was. He was playing with Mount should have been playing on the pitch and getting in Mount's way. And for England, Mount had no impact. Okay, and that's what happens at Spurs. Harry Kane's dropping in, so your number 10 isn't really influential. That's why Tottenham kept saying they need a creative midfielder, because you've had players that can play there, but Harry Kane is dropping into those spaces where that player should be. And I always said the minute Harry Kane leaves, Tottenham are gonna go up a level because they're free from the shackles of Kane. But people thought I was saying he's not good. I was just saying no, he's very good. He's one of the best. But because his style is so imposing, it prevents other people stepping up. Like, I don't believe James Maddison would have had this impact at Tottenham if Harry Kane had still been there, because all the pockets that Maddison wants to operate in, Harry Kane would be there as well, and it would be getting in each other's way. So I feel like one of the things with Tottenham, I don't know if it's the Ange effect, I don't know if it's the Maddison effect, but I know for sure that Kane not being there has had a major impact on where they are on the table.
But then if Kane was there, I think they're better. I don't think it's a Kane thing. I just think it's a manager situation. I think Kane would have adapted. Like, Kane can drop into the midfield, as I said, or drop like a number 10 or so. But
and does it really well. He does it really well.
Like a number 9. If Kane had Maddison, and if they had more creative players around him during his time, then maybe he wouldn't have had to do the things that he had to do. So I think if you add Harry Kane there, I think Tottenham are much better side. But it is what it is. I don't think. I know some people are saying now that I know you're not saying this, but now that Kane has left, look at Tottenham. They are better. I think it's way bigger than that. They've signed.
It's bigger than that, yeah. And there's so many other factors to it.
I think you add Kane there. I think they're way. Like, I think Kane elevates them even further.
Before we go into the Tottenham segment and everything along that, because that's exactly where I wanted to go. Just before that, look, I was just going to go back to the Chelsea Man City. Sorry to dead it a little bit, but do we all agree that Like, do you let me know your predictions quick? Because I'm gonna get you. I know I usually do the predictions table and everything. I ain't joined it out this morning. It's kind of knackered. But all I can say is Ty is starting to run away with it. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you all individually on WhatsApp and stuff to give me your scores. And Jess, obviously, I'll implement you as well. But right now, just to say for you guys that are gonna keep tune a bit, Ty is on 13 points in first place. LB has overtaken me.
Oh shit! Serious?
Place. Yep. Yeah.
Big.
You've overtaken me in 10 points. Second, I'm in third with 9. Monts is fourth with 8. D, you're bottom with 5G.
Wait, what did I say? Didn't I predict the Chelsea win?
That's a 5.
What did I predict Chelsea?
You put 1-1.
So I got a point for the Chelsea game, right?
It's a 3-1.
You know what?
My one.
Yeah, you know what, D?
I did.
D Chelsea.
I backed Chelsea.
Yeah, you backed Chelsea. You did back Chelsea, to be fair. Actually, you know what? So did I think LB might have as well. No, everyone else had 1-1. I said 2-1 Spurs.
Are you sure you got your predictions right? Yeah, the table's up to date. Yeah, you're counting my picks as well. Yeah.
Wait, yeah, bro. You know what it is? You've got a lot of minuses.
Oh, what do you get minus for?
You've got a minus for obviously the Arsenal Newcastle game, Liverpool Luton game.
Oh, jeez.
It's
always your team, man. It's always your team.
And then obviously Fulham Man United.
When man said always my team, it's bro, I barely lose games. I didn't even lose.
Yeah. Just a quick one though. Can I get? Let me know. Let them like if you don't mind letting the comments know. What do you actually think the score is going to be on Sunday?
Which one?
I'll start off 1-1.
Nah, man.
I'm
City.
gonna back Chelsea. I'm gonna back just that little bit. I just think it's going to be a 1-1.
3-1 City. Chelsea to score first. Get carried away and they concede 3. Rodri to have another masterclass in that midfield.
Get carried away. I love that. Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-0 City win, man.
2-0
No,
City.
Chelsea will score. Believe me, bro. Somehow, scummy one. Modric cross
Somehow. Nah, I can't back that Jackson fraud's gonna get on the goal sheet.
That's like one of the worst hat tricks I've seen. I don't know how to describe it, but you just have to watch
if you Google worst hat trick, there's a worse one than that online.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there is.
There's one worse than that.
Like the amount of chances he missed in the game, you're just like, how did I get a hat trick?
That second goal was appalling, man.
What are you two saying? And you going for Man City wins?
Yeah. Oh, me and Monts or
yeah, you and Monts.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's go 2-0 City.
2-0 City.
You're good. 1-1. 1-1.
I come on, man. That's what we're saying.
Wait, do you drop points if you get the scores wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
That's the table. That's the horrible part of the table. If you get the score wrong, you might get -1 points. So
imagine end of the season -3 points.
You rely on getting the scores right. And actually, to be fair, LB, yeah, man.
I got the best of both.
I think it was last time out. I think LB got quite a few right, and that's the thing. It's like he got sort of a couple bang on. So he's been doing quite consistent.
I know we're gonna move on from this topic, but can we have a conversation about Doku? I don't think he's been celebrated enough.
No. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
Why can't we talk about Jeremy?
No, guys. He's had 11 games at City, if that. Let's just calm down and wait, because I don't like the way when players play for Manchester City, immediately they get rated. I saw a picture yesterday with Doku, Vinicius Jr. and another young Starboy winner.
That's silliness, though, bro.
Pardon me?
That's silliness, bro. Like, come on, how many players? Again, Declan Rice got called world class after 2 games at Arsenal.
No, he didn't. That's a lie.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
You just described Man City is actually what happens at Arsenal.
No, it's not, bro. We're still barely rating Saka. We're not rating Martinelli yet, okay? Saliba, people say, Gabriel's had nothing. So I'm just saying, okay, in fairness, we have to see Doku do it longer. I saw him he done a bit, the other game, Bournemouth, yeah? He looked great, but people, come on, man, it's Bournemouth. It's Bournemouth, people. Yeah, it's easy. That's like Nketiah getting hat-trick against the other team.
You can't discredit a 6-1 win. They still battered them 6-1.
What I'm saying is this, okay? I got to see it with a regularity and a consistency, people. I'm not going to jump out the boat right away and say, oh, he's world class. He's good. He looks good. But pardon me?
He's just I don't think no one called him world class. It's
No,
just
because
Monts-
what we're saying, we've been to he's not going to the radar.
Why
Again?
can't we give him his flowers? I just want to give him his flowers. When can I give him his flowers? When?
I'm using my one veto I've got to say he's not getting his flowers yet. No. Let's move on.
This is why it's called. By the way, people don't know. Jeff's big up Armchair Gaffer's description below with LB and D back of the nest and Big Six Pants. By the way, his name's wrong on strong for good reason.
This isn't me being wrong and strong. This is me being right and
not right and not wrong.
It's
baby.
too soon because the problem is, cool. We give him his flowers now. What happens if in the next 6 weeks he puts up 0 for 0 in terms of goals and assists?
We'll let him future Jess Monts and that can deal with that.
The thing is, you can't. You know why you can't? Because even if you don't get GA, you got to look at the performance itself. Look at his take-ons. He's absolutely killing the league with take-ons right now and successful dribbles. He's in his own lane, like John Stones. When it comes to progressive carries for centre backs and also defensive duels and stuff, he's in his own lane. He's in the corner, and then it's Saliba.
What is it? I'm just very weary about this profile of football player because I've been stung too many times in the past. I think the last one that got me, was Breland Bolo. So whenever I see this kind of player come through, I just wait. Wait.
And Bolo couldn't dribble for shit. What? You've been going off the Euros hype when he came out for Switzerland. That one.
Yeah. Long time, or 2016, I think it was. And since then, I've never recovered.
He's more of a butch striker. Like he ain't like Doku.
Yeah.
Another one. No, what I mean is, when a young boy comes through, another one, not a winger, Renato Sanchez, so much hype, and then just dies. So I wait.
It happens. I hear you. It happens.
But Doku has had clout from. He had clout from when he tore it up at Belgium about 3 years ago. Like he was tearing it up then. He went a little bit quiet. And
when you say at Belgium, you mean in the Belgian league or for the Belgian team?
For the Belgian national team.
Okay. Cool.
And to be fair, but we got all right. You know what it is? Doesn't matter wait on prior and how quiet was prior. The difference is he's got Pep Guardiola with him, and he's teaching him. Look what he done with Sterling. The guy, and the thing is, everyone criticized in Doku's game. You can go look at it. What you criticize is his GA from beforehand, isn't it? Right? Look now. The one thing you can't criticize right now is his GA, and one thing you can't really criticize is the way he takes on a winger and still cleans up.
Yeah, it's clean. I was to say, guys, I was somewhere a few days ago, and someone said that you shouldn't rate players under Pep Guardiola. So basically, I think what they were getting at is saying, like, you need to see these players away from Pep and see what they do before you can give them their ratings. And I think they used Sterling as an example, saying that now at Chelsea, look at him, he's a shadow of the player was under Pep Guardiola. And look at Doku, like he was okay before, looks good on Pep Guardiola. Once he leaves, he's not going to be the same. So I don't know. What do you guys feel about that? Not rating players. It wasn't my shout. Someone else said it.
I mean, you can rate play. There'll be players that play better under certain managers and certain systems. It gets complicated if you was to do that. I hear it, like Pep is an excellent manager, but I wouldn't do that, bro. Like,
no, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it gets a bit confusing.
Why would you do that? What would be the benefit in doing that, though? I don't get why you do that.
Someone just said that. I just wondering what you guys feel about it. I didn't agree or disagree.
That's a deluded statement.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
Anyway, listen, Jeremy Doku, just know he about to turn Super Saiyan.
2 seconds, guys. Be right back.
This guy, I've been rating. Quickly, let's get the Doku.
And he turned your team down, didn't he, Monts? Do you see that?
Put the Doku place quick.
Yeah, the big historic Liverpool man rolled out the red carpet, told Sadio Mane a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah, we did, bro. I wanted Doku. For me, he was a very good replacement for Mane. I think obviously maybe not as much as a goal scorer, but he was young, innit? He still is young. For me, I love Doku, man. I feel like he is a different. I don't want to use this to slander Jack Grealish because they're just two different players, and I think different strokes for different folks when it comes to games. But I feel like he is his space to lose now. I think Jack maybe needs to add something now to compete with because if Doku, I'm not saying he's going to replicate that every game, but if he gets going, because let's be honest, he's not even been starting regularly. Man is in and out the team. Give this man regular game time, and we might see the regular. This might be the regular. As I said, Jeremy Goku. That's his new name now. You know what I'm saying? He's the guy, man.
Robbie, what do you think about What do you think about the comparisons now with like Grealish and Doku, and people saying this is what Grealish should be doing, and this is what do you make of it? Like, do you think Grealish's future is a bit?
Well, not like that, but it's an interesting debate because at the end of the day, can't remember which one of you just said it a minute ago. Grealish will bring stuff to the City team that Doku doesn't play, especially in the big games. But the problem is, if Doku keeps scoring and Doku keeps assisting, at some point, you got to just go, don't really care what Jack Grealish is bringing me in the big games because Doku's getting me goals and assists. And I think Grealish realises this, bro, because his last 3 games, he's been taking on players more than he ever has been. And after the interview in his last game, he said he needs to be scoring more. So he clearly knows that his position is under threat. I think Pep loves Grealish, especially in the big games. So I still think he'll play. But Doku can obviously play on that right-hand side as well. But listen, if Doku keeps on doing what he's doing, what's he on? GNA now? He's on
9. Is it 9 or 11?
10 he's on. Oh, 9. Yeah, he's on 10, including the 1 goal for Stade Rennes. He's on 9 GNA already. The guy's on fire. And just to wrap it up, the last thing I'd say on Doku is the only winger that I can think of that has come in under Pep Guardiola and smashed it from day one. Every other winger that Pep Guardiola has signed at our football club has taken at least a season to perform well. Sane, Sterling took a while to get used to him. Mahrez, Bernardo, Grealish. He's the only one who's broken them all.
Everyone takes quite a while. But then that's when, obviously, Pep said what he loves about Doku is that it's his willingness to learn. Do you get what I mean? That's the difference. At his age, he's got it's good. No, it's obviously refreshing for a youngster to want to learn that football, in it, rather than the extravagant life, etc., etc.
What we wanted from Saint Maximin.
Yeah, basically, he's what Saint Maximin is meant to be. Basically,
Saint Maximin with actual end product.
Top Man says, big up the channel. How do I become a member? Big up yourself, Top Man. If you want to become a member, look, it's in the description. There should be a link and it will say become a member of the channel. You can do it like that if you wish to, if you want to support the channel. Everyone that is already doing so just by being here, big up yourselves. But if you do want to become a member, you can do so through that. You just got to make sure you exit your, if you're on your phones, exit your live chats, of course. And then before you do that, there's a little like button. Can you see the like button? There's a little like button right there. If you hit that, we might hit 200 likes, just like that, with all you guys in there, 450 of yous in there. And then you can see all the people's channels as well. That'll be like after as well, like Monts is going live. I'm sure LB will be live later. LB's got some very good content, by the way. So do check that out, especially his reactions to certain rants. So yeah, salute to LB. And then there's Armchair Gaffers as well. Make sure, even though he's wrong and strong, he's got a very good personality of panel. Kingsley says, what is going on here, lads? This is back in for the first like 5-10 minutes of the show. Stick to the program. I big up Kingsley, your regular super chatter as well. So I appreciate that as well, man. It's a massive help. But moving on, lads. There's one thing that we was alluding to quite well, which D did. It was Tottenham. Now, if you're a Tottenham fan, right? This is not going to be the news for you. This is mad. Like, this is how I felt when Lissandro got injured and then Luke Shaw got injured and so forth and so forth. And it was, as two times said, initial indication regarding James Maddison's injury suggests he could be out with a recovery period of anything between 1 to 3 months. And also I saw, that's not the only one about Maddison. Van der Ven is not going to see another game this year alone, and that was according to Matt Law.
Bro, you see them, bro. Tottenham fans are trying to do this whole, we saw him training. If he has a hamstring injury, how can he wouldn't be walking? Brother, his hamstring spontaneously combusted. We all saw it happen. He's done. It's peak, bro. It's sad.
That's why. Well, I'm not gonna write them off completely, but that's why they're not gonna win the league. It's simple as that. Like, that's why they weren't ever in serious league title discussions, because they don't have the squad. And all it takes is 1 or 2 injuries for them to crumble.
This is what we were saying. This is probably the worst 2 things you could say. Yeah, like we were saying, 1 or 2 injuries, and Tottenham are going to absolutely capitulate, right? Jess, and then now in the worst period in 1 game. Other than obviously Romero's out for 3 games due to a red card. You got Odoji's or Odija. I think you say his name is Udegia. I think that's actually how you say his actual name, by the way. He's out for 1 game, should be out for 3, to be fair. And then obviously Maddison and Van der Ven out for a period of time, you could say. Might not be back till February, maybe even. It's top 4. You know what? You could even say top 4 for them is looking very bleak currently. With teams.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would say
it depends. It depends. Let's see what they do with these lesser of players. Like, let's see if
you know yeah. It's I think they leak a lot of chances anyways, but they recover them quite well. But it's weird. It's a bit like, how are you getting your goals?
See, that's the thing. That's the question that we can't answer yet. Like, let's just see what happens. I'm not gonna say top 4 is bleak yet, because let's be honest, we haven't seen a game of them without these players. Like, we'll see how they do against Wolves and other games, and we'll see how they adapt. But my theory has always been, if they don't get top 4, I think that'll be poor because of the way that they've started. Like, I think they should be getting top 4. But yeah, like, let's see what they do first before we make that judgment, because I think it's too early, Kaz, man.
Yeah, you know
it's
what?
like,
No, you know what? You probably. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You want to see what Ange can do, right, Jess? This is where he's going to earn his money. Your man in the matches, all this kind of stuff. You got Benton back,
guys. I think even with out of the injuries, I think Tottenham were in trouble. I think they've had a fantastic start, but we've seen it plenty of times in the past. Teams out the gates really, really fast, and then they slow down. If we go back about 10 years, remember Hull done this years ago. Like, they were like top of the table, close enough, and then they slowed down. I think even without the injuries, Tottenham would have slowed down, because me personally, this isn't just the Arsenal hate, but I don't think they've played that well. They've had moments in games where they're playing good football, but guys, like, you're supposed to. Like, you're one of the big 6. You're supposed to play. You can't praise them for doing what they should be doing just because they underachieved last season, and now they're back to a level where they should be. So,
you know what I'll say about that? Arsenal played very well last year, but they had games where they got it last minute. Like, I remember the Bournemouths, etc. So if you want to be a serious title contender, then you will have games like that you don't play that great, but you end up getting points. They were still unbeaten up until literally the Chelsea game. So yeah, like, I hear it. Like, they weren't. I don't think they were 10 out of 10, but they were very good. I still think they were very good.
Spurs were the best performing team in the league. Sorry, hold on. Spurs are the best performing team in the league.
Yeah.
Who had more better performances than Spurs and results? Who?
Man City, maybe?
I'll say City, mate, but then again, City's had a few games.
They lost Rodri in front of a cliff for 3 games. They fell off a cliff for 3 games. Liverpool, no. In fact, midfield, gaping hole in our midfield. Arsenal, no. That's
the thing. They've won. That's what I'm saying. They've won literally not all of the games, but they won the games that they should be like winning. And we'll see how they do with the injuries. Literally, it's just the injuries.
Yeah,
Go on.
No, I was just going to say, but you know what it is? It's the evidence of when certain players have come on the pitch, they look flat.
Like, when they take off Son,
evidence of going off of,
when they take off Son and Maddison in certain games, the game it changes. Like, they haven't. Of course, you expect it to change because Son and Maddison ain't going to be like easily replaceable, but the options off the bench were considerably like weaker. So yeah, there was a lot of question marks. They've got something going on there. Clearly, it's still early days. They've got something going on. Just let them have their moment now. Let them see how they navigate through this. But I think Tottenham, to see the best out of Tottenham, they have to build a whole squad, and the squad ain't clearly there. Like, first of all, Diet should not be coming on when you got players out injured. So it just shows the squad depth just clearly ain't at the levels it should be for, a side like Tottenham.
Well, also, I don't believe Tottenham missing out on top 4 will be bad. Where did they finish last season?
8th.
Was it 8th? Yeah. So I think anything above that will be good, especially if you look at the competition this year, because you got obviously City and you expect Liverpool, Arsenal to be there, and then you've got Newcastle who are in and around, and Villa that are looking really good. So I don't think Tottenham missing out on top 4 will be such a bad thing. Obviously, you've got United as well, but that's just pot luck whether or not they make it. That would just be based on just luck, not really talent. So I think anything better than 8th for Tottenham will be an improvement. So
it'd be an improvement, but I think based on where they are now, that'd still be a disappointment. You know what I mean? Because obviously, you're up there in it. So to finish, so if they finished 8th now, I think they'd be pretty gutted about that.
Yeah. Now
I hear what you say. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah. But now it's like Arsenal last year, isn't it? It's like Arsenal last year. No one expected them to win the league, but it got to March, April.
Yeah, expectations change. as the
Yeah,
season
that's
goes on.
what, you know what it is. That's what I mean. It's like you change your expectations throughout the season, and I think if Tottenham now were, because of their great start, if they weren't to make Champions League off this run, because remember January is only what 6-7 weeks away, you know, and they always do business in January to recruit. By then, obviously, a lot of time Maddison could be back, but I think they would be felt hard done by, considering that they probably could smell blood, that there is a good position potentially for Champions League football. Right. And I think Ange will install that into them as well. But the thing is, with this period, LB, what I was going to allude to is that this is where you need to start really digging out and getting some points, because they got Wolves. I think they got Wolves away at the Molineux. And I know they don't have Pedro Neto, but that's going to be a very good game. Right. Then they got Aston Villa, and then they got you boys, Man City. And typically they come with Man City with their best team. This time, they're coming up with one of their weakest teams ever.
Yeah. Cass, sorry, but I got a dip. I'm on another show, man. Oh, peace out, boys. Good show, man.
Take care.
But yeah, if anyone wants to answer that question, like, does anyone actually see them? Look, I think it'd be bad for us to say, you know, I think you said it. Look, they ain't played amazing games, but to doubt Postecoglou for what he's got going on right now, it might be a bit harsh. But I don't see how they get even past 3 of these games with AW. I'll be honest. I think Wolves are very good at keeping the ball and counter-attacking. Right?
No, but Wolves can't score to save their lives. That's their problem.
No, that's what I say. I think it could be. I think that'll be a draw anyways. But I'm just thinking along the line, Aston Villa, they might penetrate with when they got no defense, and then Man City, they might leave about maybe 1 or 2 points out of 3 games.
No, Spurs always beat Man City. I don't know how.
It's at the Etihad though. It's at the Etihad.
I'm sure last season did them the double against them.
No, they lost 4-2.
Romero back as well. That'll be 1-2. Yeah, he won't be back to the West Ham game. So
and that's a derby in itself.
I don't know. I think they can get a result against City just because it seems to be a bogey team. They'll beat Wolves regardless because Wolves won't score. And the other one was who?
Say again? Aston
Villa.
At home.
They might struggle against Villa, but I don't think they'll have a bad one. Out of 9 points, they can easily get like 5. What's that? A win and 2 draws.
Yeah. No, it's unknown. But moving on from obviously the whole Tottenham stuff, Man United are getting a 25% stake. Not really known what details it really covers, extent, like as in what's going to be the further plans beyond that. Ratcliffe says he's not there just to be a bystander, meaning that he wants full control and in the end of it, all the things. But things might be up for Man United potentially. They got new people coming in, a new board. January looks like it might be set, depending on how quick the announcement can get done, which is expected maybe next week after Sir Bobby's rest in peace, his funeral, and obviously during the international break. I think, maybe some hope for some Man United fans, and the other ones probably not so much because Glazers are still there. You know,
I don't think it's the fact that the Glazers are there that's the problem. Yeah, like I'm kind of getting tired of saying this. It's clear that Rashford isn't this person you thought he was.
You've been consistent with that though, you know,
for a long time.
That's funny. I can't lie. I was not expecting that. Like the fact that Rashford instead of Glazers is Rashford's fault for this.
No. There's many problems. So Rashford isn't the person we thought he was. Okay. Bruno Fernandes in his current how he's playing for United, that position, he's not going to shine. If you look at when he had his best output for United in terms of goals and assists, he was getting so far forward. He was like, I was calling him like a 10-1. He was basically like a number 10 and a number 9. He was like the furthest player forward, and he was taking loads of chances. That's 2 problems you have. Another problem you have is that you overrate players who really shouldn't get the ratings that we're giving them. Cass, I'm sure you was one of these people that was in favor of this Sofian Amrabat guy. Yeah, allegedly.
I'm still. The thing is, I'm still for him. I know he's not. I know he's got some names, and I know Monts can probably give you about 10 of them because his streams beat off with names of different players. Yeah, I didn't even know about Mac and Cheese. That's a mad one for me. But the thing is, I don't think he's using him correctly, innit?
What I'm saying about Amrabat, he's not bad, but like let's say Amrabat is like here. The ratings he was given before he joined was all the way up here. Okay, he got that Rafael Varane. Forget his reputation because I'm a big fan of Varane at Real Madrid at least. Yeah, he's coming at this level here, but we're saying no, it's Champions League Varane. He hasn't reached this level. Okay, but we're still looking at him as if he's been playing at that level. Another one is Lisandro Martinez. Like I think he's a good player. I think he's a great player though. Pardon me?
I think he's a great player. I think you can see it now. More. The way Man United build away from the back and how many goals we have conceded. And bear in mind, he had even at the start of the season, he was carrying a knock. He was carrying an injury So I'm not going to fault him there.
But the point I'm making is that I believe that aside from Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford, I feel like there's many players in this team who we rate higher than we actually should. Even Casemiro, he's a good player, but he has one good game, and we start saying, "Oh, world class, best DM in the world." Any one of your players has one decent game. Garnacho, one good game. Oh yeah, future this, future that. I
But
think
we could say that about all fan bases, though.
Really, you think so?
I think that Casemiro was warranted because of the money in the bank, and he had a plethora of good games last season. And he was, for that first 2/3 of the season, Casemiro was undeniably excellent. Undeniably.
So for all the points that you've listed, I hear it, but then this ownership change is meant to solve them problems because there's meant to be changes with the footballing structure. So there should be, maybe have better recruitment, sort out, better contracts for players instead of overpaying them. So I think that's why this ownership change, even though 25% is meant to be significant, but then again, like we don't know if Sir Jim can even have a proper structure in place. Like this,
Exactly.
there's meant to be changes, but
I mean,
Another problem.
I think we can though. But we can though. Nice right now, as it currently stands, is proper. It's doing its thing. Go check their recruitment over the summer. Go check who's actually in charge. He's actually a De Zerbi disciple as well, believe it or not. There's more.
But
There's
then
more.
do you think for Man United is different?
No, yeah, but the thing is, for me, you know why I back it? Because only reason I'm backing it is because I can only go off the information that I've been given through online, innit? And obviously, you only can believe what you have to believe. I've always wanted a footballing structure at Man United for years, yeah, and it's evident, and we've been going through this. It's very boring to think about, but it can't get worse than it currently this situation is. That's what I say. It cannot get worse. There's no way you can get worse with these men in charge. So that's why the only way to pick it up. The people that they've named, not saying they're going to succeed, but if you're going to go get Jean-Claude Blanc, who actually was the reason why Juventus came back to light, and also which is works under Ineos anyways, and you're going to go get a Paul Mitchell, someone that's actually competent by name, it's better than having whatever we got currently right now. This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
The problem is, yeah,
in the light, in the dark, there's always some sort of light for the club. It's not always going to be doom and gloom forever. That's why I said it's just been an interest.
but the problem is, yeah, Ralph Ragnick said that it's open heart surgery you guys need. So you guys need to be willing and patient to accept that it could be like 3 years of finishing 8th, 7th, 6th.
Ragnick did one thing though. He said one thing though. It doesn't need to take 2-3 years. It can take 1 year only.
But that's the problem. You guys want it instant, and I think that's what the problem is. So
I just know you could be going into your 30s.
No, but the thing is, I don't mind as long. I like anyone in life, whether you're working from home right now and you got a business or something like that, or you got a vision for something in the future. As long as you can see progression, you'll back anything in life. As long as there's clear view of progression. That's the way I look at it. That's why I look at Man United. If there's a clear view of progression, I'll take it because I'm starving. But the thing is, I'm actually for it because I actually like it. Like I like Tadibo, innit? I think he's even proven himself that he's becoming quite a player this year. I like that sort of profile. That's what we lack. So why did go get him?
The reason why you like it is you've seen like the good stuff about it as well, like the plans and stuff. But most importantly, it's a shambles right now. Like it can't get any worse. As you said, it can't really get any worse than this. So you do need a change. But then we'll see what that means for the Glazers in the future. Will Sir Jim do a full takeover or not?
That's not the only thing. This is what I want to get your opinion about as well. Like, obviously, I could talk about Man United and Luton. A lot of us fans are not even confident about beating Luton. That's the maddest part. I am. Don't get me wrong. I am. But a lot of fans aren't. And of course I am, bro. Come on, man. I'm quite overly positive, and that's why I always get maybe like say, "Oh, you said this. Come on my stream." Da 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 da. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Innit? It is what it is. I'll rant though, but. I look at it as like I saw reports yesterday that credible Muppeteers, they're Glazer puppets right there. They're saying that Ten Hag's job is going to be discussed, and it's very much going to be open for a discussion in terms of seriousness. Would you chop and change Ten Hag if it was you?
For who?
Obviously for Man United.
No. I'm saying like, if you change up Ten Hag, who comes in?
Zidane.
No, he won't come.
You man love a Lex Luthor. Get a young manager like Ange and just build, bro.
No, you know what? Hold up. You know what I'll say? There's no point of changing Ten Hag now. When is Sir Jim going to actually get the 25% done and dusted? Like, when is it going to find?
Well, apparently it's going to be like all ratified and all that. It could be potentially announced by next week. But again,
Then
I don't know.
Wait for that. Have a structure in place. Know what type of football that you want to play. Then go for the managers. No point sacking Ten Hag now. You might as well wait for everything else to be solved behind the scenes. Then afterwards, you can maybe sack him with other managers. Like, you can have a proper plan in place. Because right now, you don't, as we say, the structure is there, but there's going to be changes behind the scenes. So you don't want to change a manager right a week before the whole club kind of changes how they operate.
The thing is, if we're gonna have a proper structure in place, I wouldn't mind going for De Zerbi in it. I'll be honest. I'll be for it. Like, and the people, the new narrative now is I'm tired of these hipster managers, right? But the thing is, what experience is out there? Zidane, he's going to take over France. His wife isn't interested in England. He's not interested in England. It is what it is. Move on. Diego Simeone, if you really wanted him, I know his name got thrown around, but he's just signed a new contract. You know, Nagelsmann, he's the head. He's going to be head of Germany. You know what I mean. If you even wanted to wait on a Tommy Tuchel, he might even get sacked. You never know, but I doubt it. He's doing quite well with Bayern Munich at this moment of time. So I'm going to keep going around the board. You're not going to get no Arteta. You're not going to go get no Xavi. You're not going to get nobody. There's only one name that's got experience, that's had a structure behind him, and it has worked, and that's Hansi Flick. That's Hansi Flick. That's the only name that's got experience that's available out there that could potentially do a job again, but that's potentially, and he has. And another question is, can he do it in England? Can he handle the media pressures, because it's so different from the German pressure? But I think German coaches, they're built for building systems. Like that's what they're born upon.
I think United are stuck between a rock and hard place. So if you were to go for a manager like De Zerbi, who, if you look at his past, he hasn't really had to rely on getting big money sacked. What's that?
A CV, like a record CV for a big club.
Not only that, it's about like the profile of players that he's accustomed to signing. Okay, let's say you get De Zerbi in, and he gets some of these Brighton people in, and you've got this great scout network, and you get your Mitomas and your Encisos and your Caicedos and whatnot. Yeah, that's well and good for a team like Brighton. Okay, but if you do it at Manchester United and they don't hit the ground running, and you're not winning, the club is going to say, the people above are going to say, hey, we're Manchester United. We need high profile players as part of our appeal. Okay, we can litter the squad with unknown players from South America and the Far East and whatnot, but we need to make big money signings as part of the appeal of Manchester United. That's one problem of getting De Zerbi. Now, if you go the other way and get like a Hansi Flick, like you said, someone who will probably just go and get the big money signings, you're in the same problem you had now, which is where you sign your Pogbas, your Maguires, your Sanchos, and your Anthony's and your Casemiros for big money, and it doesn't work. So you guys got to find like a good medium. You have a manager who is used to getting big money signings, but also doesn't mind getting young players to come through and getting these hidden gems, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. Monts, you've been quite quiet, man. Look, we're saying names, but the names, every time we say a name, it's bleak, bro. Whether you like it. So is there really any point in changing a Ten Hag overall? Like, for me, I don't think I'll change him. I think if there's there's another name that I like. He managed River Plate, Marcelo Gallardo. You know, if you want to talk about anything there's like, we're talking about where Simeone's kind of come from, them kind of areas. If there's anyone that's anywhere that's hostile, it's gonna be Argentina. And I think that plays a part, because there is a big pressures over there as well. I'm not saying it's big club like Man United, but it might be worth a punt at the same time.
I don't know anything about him to kind of impose my opinion there, but what I would say is that in terms of a profile manager, Chelsea and Man United are always stuck in what Jess said, stuck between a rock and a hard place, because when you manage Manchester United and when you manage Chelsea, regardless of whether you're building something, regardless of whether you're a long-term manager who needs time, they'll say, yeah, we'll give you time. But what they really mean is you need to be getting results while we give you time. And unfortunately, the fans, the board, and the way the club works, if you can't, like Arteta would have been sacked within about probably less than it. At Chelsea, Arteta would have been sacked in 8 months, probably 6 months.
Not 6. He won the FA Cup. So about
won the FA Cup. So let's say maybe a year and a half. So maybe like when you lost those first 3 games and started the league on 0 points, game week 3, that might have been it might have been peak around then. So let's say Arteta would have got a year and a bit. At United, I think Arteta probably would have got maybe a year. Do you see what I'm saying? At Arsenal and even Liverpool, I feel like Arteta probably would have been given 2 years, at least 2 years. You guys, the win now structure clearly isn't working, and you could even say that Ten Hag is actually kind of the ilk of an Arteta or a De Zerbi, but just a little bit more reformed. Probably a year ahead of those guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he has won his trophies in his own league. He does have his success, and he has had some success in the Champions League, not winning it, but getting to the final. You know, but at the end of the day, he's not ready now. And if his job is on the line right now, because there's no lack of play, you know, you're not seeing much development. The players aren't necessarily playing for him. It's like only some Man United fans are going, all right, well, maybe we keep Ten Hag, but not on the basis that they want to see the improvement, on the basis that there's no one else out there that they think they can do the job. Not on the basis that Ten Hag will turn this around, by the way. I don't know if you lot have noticed that. It's not a Ten Hag in because Ten Hag's the guy. It's Ten Hag because who else are we getting? You know
man. Yeah. You know what? It's exactly what Jess said. That it's a rock and a hard place at the end of the day, and there's no the in between is just space. It's just empty space, and there's nothing. There's no solution either, bro. There's nothing there. Nothingness.
A lot of it comes down to luck as well, because I saw a thing with Edu recently saying the reason why they backed Arteta is because they looked at the club and they said that we believe in this manager's project, but he hasn't got the players he needs to make it happen. So let's give him time and let's give him the players he needs. Let's give him enough rope, okay? And he can either hang himself or he can tie a pretty bow. And I think Arsenal were a bit lucky in the fact that it worked for Arteta. The players he got in seemed to understand his philosophy and they were able to do what he wanted them to do. But at the same time,
that's why you need a director of football in place to say, no, this is the player we're going to get for you, and and actually have an agreement, a structure in place. Because if a player, I think it's easy to see when a manager has too much too much decision over transfers, it don't typically always go well. You know what I mean? You need a mix and match. That's why I think Eddie Howe's got something great going on. He's got a couple of his signings, and I think every time he gets one of his signings, Newcastle get one of their signings. Like, I think there's you've got to keep balance at the same time. You got to keep manager happy, but you also got to keep the club happy as well. Like Tonali's big name. He's going to sell shirts. You know what I mean? But then you're going to go for your, I don't know, Harvey Barnes, etc., etc. You know what I mean?
Not many people talk about it, but like Newcastle, yeah, Eddie Howe's doing a fantastic job, but they also got Dan Ashworth from Brighton, who used to run the show there, who's also, you know, in terms of recruitment and everything there. So at the end of the day, it all goes back up. Like, it's not just a manager, it's about the recruitment. First of all, you need to identify players, not just for every single manager, otherwise you're going to always need to go into transfer window, but you need to know what type of football Man United wants to play. That's clear right now.
That's the biggest part, bro.
And then you buy players around that. And then afterwards you bring in a manager that fits with the players that you have. But right now, United is a bit confused, and there's no game players. Even right now, Ten Hag's brought in his own players. So if Ten Hag was to leave, it might have a dilemma there. It might have a problem there, because then you're gonna have to bring in players that suits the next manager. That's why I think first and foremost you need to just wait for Sir Jim, let him come in, see what type of football and what director he wants at United, and then from there go on. Because right now it's hard to say whether it'll be the right. It'll be an easy decision if he was to sack Ten Hag after, you know, if he was to lose to Luton, which we don't know yet. But this is United, so it's more than likely. But if that was to happen, then it'll be easy. But then again, let's just wait and see. Because you might end up winning the game like you did with Fulham, getting lucky.
Yeah, 100%, man. Look, I think you spit facts. I think everyone spits some good facts there, you know. Actually, I expected more shameless behavior, you know, especially from Monts and D. But
bro, the thing is, we get onto so much. There's no point anymore. We feel bad. It's every week. It's never banter this way. It's every single week.
It's never boring if you're a Liverpool fan. But you know what? We're gonna wrap it up there as well. There's like 15 likes off 200. You know what? I know it's gonna get kind of annoying. Just a little pre-warning. I'm going to start reminding everyone just to keep liking the video, probably like how we used to, innit? Like every 12 minutes, because we do need to get likes up. We do need to draw more. The more likes, the more people will see this video, and then the more people that see this video, more subscribers, and it also helps everyone else that comes on the channel as well. So we're going to try to build up and obviously get things going there as much as possible. We're going to probably be back later tonight after Big Six, more than likely. Obviously, so you don't want to avoid and go at the same time as other people, and just try to keep it more like reasonable. So if we do, it'll be a Man City Chelsea preview. Just don't know. I can't tell you the guests just yet. Just little confirmations. Going to be going over to Monts' channel right now. Again, like I said yesterday, please go over there. I think Monts, Roms, and myself going to be discussing different things more in depth as we typically do. So please go over to Monts' channel as this ends. You know, the outro run. Then it will say play next, and you can go over there. But then there's also, look, I know it's annoying, I remind you guys, but if you do exit the live chats, you do like the videos, you do see armchair gaffers, give them a chance. D back at the nest, give D a bit of a chance. When you see D on his fan cams and raging, you want to see it, trust me, and so forth. That's the beauty of it. So please go subscribe to these guys. Big up Monts for his 7K as well. We're going to be headed there now, and we'll be back obviously later, but these guys will probably be back within the week as well. And big up everyone in the comments. Leave a comment afterwards. It'd be much appreciated. So yeah, man, in a bit, and we'll see you maybe later tonight.